I had to restart. I do not know how to remove this. Uh, there's something new that pop up. Oh, this is the first. Oh, okay. So I was I was been waiting for them to put this in. Like I don't know who it is, but somebody came in and in like a few hours they did like 5 cars. So while I was doing some tests, I was testing out with Amazon as shown. Okay, let's see. So just to kind of open up what, but this is literally I did one test to see if the car was working properly, and from this one test, you can still get so much done with the car. First sentence, you're gonna send this anyway, so might as well. It's slow because yeah, my computer speed. I might be able to up the speed if I knew how. But anyway, let's see if I stop the rewind. All right, basically, let's go back to another one. Yes, basically summon down. It's the same combo. You want again, this is a combo for always going to be for Amazon. You want to get art in the graveyard. You want to get polymerization by any means. You have multiple ways to do this. It's not just one way. But as soon as you do this, you can get all of your plays going. I don't think I use this card. Now, mind you, I placed her here for a reason. Princess. This test was basically about Princess anyway. I already used this effect, so there's no need to dump it with M's on you. I needed a normal summon. And really, out of everybody, I use everybody else except Scout and I believe Scout and Spiritualist. But I can summon Spiritualist by other means. I having Scout now is a good thing because I can get Scout in the graveyard. I can summon Scout back out. It doesn't matter. But I am able to get so far. Okay, you did those. I sent two. Cursed Bamboo Saw and Phoenix Blade. Oh, they even updated the graphics because it don't have the symbol down here anymore. Cool. But they anything I summon is going to be a chain block here. So I have I summon her. I'll get another poly. Surprisingly enough, I don't think I use this poly because I have this in hand. So there was no point for me to use poly. I already used a second effect, which you can only use one effect per turn, and only once that turn. So Phoenix Blade came to my hand. I got which come. I already had this in hand, so now you can use Cursed Bamboo Sword. You can use any other one. But the whole point I did here is I summoned Cross Sheep just to summon back out Spiritualist, and when Spiritualist is summoned, Cross Sheep effect is activated. Then I summon back out Scout. So I was able to get Scout back out. Again, this is why I play Scout with Cross Sheep and everything, and you can summon the two main targets for Cross Sheep are Scout and Princess. Scout for protection, Princess for a searcher. Um, if you want to, you can do Spiritualist, but I don't see a need to do. So just put it right back because I can't fusion with this card, so I just put it right back down. But I have a plan. My plan is hoping on one card. Might as well. I'm not gonna use it for any other thing. Didn't get it. Didn't get the card. I gotta search it for the card. Now, here's the funny thing. If my opponent attack Princess, I still had an open spot. So if I wanted to let them attack Princess, I still have the means to get what I need. Because I can send this to the graveyard, summon out Queen, and have protection from that. But as soon as this hit the graveyard, because it was sent for Princess, it's and Princess effects finish because it's gonna go through because this hasn't been activated. This is gonna start on a new chain. So as soon as it hit the graveyard, a new chain, it's gonna add this out right back to my hand. But I didn't do that because they didn't attack. This computer is basic, so it's not really much needed. Yeah, I miss this used to be the other way. So there's other plays I could do, but I just stopped here because I've seen better plays. Like, okay, I don't need it. I'm not gonna use this spot right now, so I can put it there. I already have secret art down, so I have everything. So the turn start, I activate call. There's no reason to wait on call. It can negate it, but again, it's just gonna add it to your hand or send a grave. Then I fusion that off. Why? I could have used the one in hand. Didn't really need to. This is also why I say call is probably the worst best cars in Amazon because if I had spring, I could just place it in the pendulum alone and get the attack boost, but I didn't. So I did it this way. So as soon as I sub this, Princess come right back out because Crushy. Search a card. I went for willpower, so free summon. Not that yet. Not everybody's protected. All my Amazon cards are protected. So Amazon is not weak. Amazon has very strong possibility. And I went from willpower just to get you see the plan if everything if things didn't go properly, the reason that's the reason I went for willpower. Now this is where I use the one in hand and use the one on field. I realized this is the point where I realized that I may need another target for Amazon because I already have uh, Empress on the field and use two Empress. If I had Fusion Substitute, I can return one of them to the extra deck, but it it's not working properly in this. Uh, Polymerization and Secret Art, Polymerization and Secret Art, and Fusion helps to in Secret Art just doesn't work right. It allows you to select two from the deck when it should be just one. Two from the extra deck when it should be just one. So, I fusion, using the third one, summon her out. Now I have two attacker. I have two attacker, both of them can double attack. I have piercing attack, and I have a free summon. But I'm not going to use her free summon. I'm going to place that in the back. Boost them up. Summon that out. Here is where I realize, oh wow, I need another target because at this point I had to think about it. I'm like, ooh, I can go for polymerization and fusion for who? Fusion for who? I used two polymerization already. There's a third one, but who do I fusion for? At this point, who do I fusion for? I don't know. I sent both of them to the graveyard. I could fusion at this point. I could set pilot and fusion for a second one. That means two Empress and two Augustas out at the same time. But I sent two to the extra. I sent two to the graveyard, so I had no targets. So I just went for what I could at the time, and this if I don't know if I say this earlier, but I say car is one of the best worst cars of Amazonian. this is the this is the affinitive best worst card in Amazon. Like the attack boost is the only real good thing about this. You can do the destruction effect, yeah, but it's again you have to read carefully. Alright, I'm sorry. Win Amazon. It's that win effect. Just because it's win, it can miss timing. So I just don't bank on ever hit that win effect because it just miss timing so often. So and besides I got full fill, so I think I flipped this up. Everybody get boost. Look at this. Look at this. I add her back. I got the third poly. Yeah. Realize I don't have any targets. This is where I realized I don't have any targets. So if I had fusion substitute, I could return one of them. This is the reason I don't touch the fusion substitute is because, uh, again, like I said, secret art and polymerization do not work properly. It'll let you send two from the extra deck. It should only allow you to send one from the extra deck, and that's the problem I have. So I don't use it when testing because sometimes you end up with secret art in hand, or yeah, you end up with fusion substitute and secret art in the graveyard, and you cannot swap those two cards, at least on here, because it's not working properly. Um, so basically, I have a full field. At this point, I'm like, okay, gave her an attack boost. Use their effect, chain block. And this, just to add something, I got 3 out of my four trap cards in my hand, and I was able. Look, if you saw that, go back. Three. At this point, oh, I forgot it does that show everything. I summon Queen, and because I attack with Princess, this effect went off. It lowered the attack, but it did what I was able to attack again, and I was able to send Queen to the graveyard to summon again. Look at that. I was able to send Queen to the graveyard to summon again. I just summoned, used Princess to summon Queen. Then I used Queen to summon War Chief. Now, if this wasn't kill, say I 2, 4, 5, 6 attacks wasn't kill, plus piercing. If this wasn't kill, I would then fusion this card off. Use polymerization with the War Chief hand. Use this one to summon backup plan. Or I can summon War Chief, and then go into this and then summon the War Chief back out. So again, backup player. I'm starting to get to a point where I'm using right hand less, but he's still good at one, just in case you're in a situation. But yeah, I don't really like right hand. So I have piercing attack, I have double attack. I was able to do all of this with a hand that I had the combo that I needed. Because again, the whole combo is to get uh Seagraph in the graveyard and a polymerization. You have multiple ways to get polymerization, but War Chief is the way to not lock you out the extra deck to get polymerization. So I prefer War Chief because I can still use my extra deck. Even though I can't attack with anything but Amazonian card for that turn. If you go first, you don't really need to worry about that. So at this point, I just had War Chief and uh, Spy in my extra deck, so there really no reason. There's really no reason to. I can't flip. There was really no reason to summon Spy. I could do some more with War Chief, but if I didn't win this, I could have, you know, fusion them, send one to the graveyard, polymerization, and I can show you the deck. Polymerization and what's the name? Unistar. Unistar to my hand. Two, then send it to the graveyard because he worked like that. And then I could, if I had an extra spot, I then could use Unistar with polymerization to choose you into another card. Go into this card and give my cards battle protection because, yeah, he just lower your attack to zero. So, now, with this new card, again, it's still beta. They removed the symbol that it was down here. With this new card, there's going to be more testing done. And that's where the trap cards come in effect. Because this card and willpower is really good because if I have properly summoned Empress or Augusta, because I believe the best target is Augusta for this, then I do my combos, I send Augusta, and then I summon another one, and another one, and then I summon Augusta back up in the graveyard. So I end up with like one or two Empress on the field, one or two Augustas on the field. Like you see, it's possible. Um, Now, just this one change of the card can make me rework this deck in a little way. Like all of the cards I have are fairly at advanced level, but what cards don't I need now? I mean, I could drop the whole Joker and Jackson at this point. It's just to get a Zoe back for future plays. I have to really think about this. I could just drop one and put two Izos. But yeah, testing this car out, it's really good in level 5 deck. Do I go for Izo? Okay, again, polymerization, replace one of these polymerization with fusion substitute. It will help. But the problem I have is I can't properly use fusion substitute and stuff in this deck. So on this program, it's kind of bugged. Hmm. I am trying to think. Because with this card, it's changed everything slightly. because it's give me it adds itself back to my hand. As you see, I have multiple ways to get to what I need. I just like the trap cars because they help out recycling and stuff. Lighting. Oh, they have two Feast of the Wilds in here. Like, you can just drop the whole Feast of the Wild package as a point. When this card come out, you can just drop Jack's Knight, drop the Feast of the Wild, drop Battle Guard, and I replace Battle Guard with this card. Just just to have level one. You can also put in Fire Flint Lady, but again, this is more focused on Earth Wars. So that's why I'm trying to figure out where do I change it. Jack's Knight, the reason Jack's Knight in here is because he was like the perfect target for this card. It's a free summon, and also it get two level 5 in the grave. You get Jack and Joker in the graveyard. Alright, so oh no, I have to do this fix. Fantastic. Chaos Warrior. I really want to try this card, but Gearblade. I'm gonna go with two. Or two I need to. This is basically a Dark Warrior deck. And this is more Earthlight Dark Warrior. It's just, good to get pollen and stuff, so. Okay, let's